I don't usually insert myself into feminist spaces or talk about feminism, much for the same reason I don't insert myself into queer spaces or um, talk a lot about that culture, because I don't feel welcome in either of those spaces because of either my sexual orientation, my gender identity, or both. Uh, as a pansexual, genderqueer person, uh, one or both, oftentimes both of those things, are sort of treated with either invisibility, disdain, distrust. Um, there are a lot of connotations that people who fall outside the binary have to deal with, and it's often why we don't feel welcome in women's spaces, in feminist spaces, in queer or otherwise LGBT friendly spaces. Because unless you fall into the gay straight binary or the male female binary, people just don't really understand how to deal with you. So I don't talk about that a lot because I don't feel like it's my place to talk about it, because the spaces just aren't. I don't feel like I have the right to be included in those spaces, even though I do, because I'm a human. And the more I think about it, and the more I am outside of the toxic hellhole that was my childhood, the more I realize that I was wrong in thinking I left it all behind. My childhood wasn't as unique of an experience as I thought it was, and the more time I spend out as I grow and evolve and become a more progressive and accepting person myself, the more I realize that the sexism and misogyny of my childhood didn't stay there. It didn't only exist in that vacuum. It exists everywhere, and it's always around me, and it's not going anywhere. And so now I feel like, well, maybe it is something for me to talk about then. It's not something that was relegated to my childhood, and the rest of the world isn't as safe as I thought it was. So maybe it's okay for me to have opinions and feelings on feminism as a genderqueer person. I guess I should start off with, obviously I'm a feminist. I believe that all people should be treated equally and have equal opportunity and equality for all of the things because they're human. And I feel like that goes without saying, but a lot of people don't. They tend to shy away from it, and I used to shy away from calling myself a feminist too, and then I realized that was kind of stupid, because that's what it is. Feminism is believing that people are equal because they're people, not that men are better than women, or that men are better than women and women are better than trans folk, or any fucking hierarchy of gender and gender identity. It should be equal. We should treat each other equally and respectfully, and everyone should have equal access and equal opportunities to things, and apparently that is an incredibly controversial opinion to uphold still. When I left home and I discovered that a lot of what I had been told about the world I had was basically just bullshit. And I was like, oh my god, there are normal people who think that all the crazy shit that happened was crazy shit that happened. And it was incredibly validating and awesome, and it still is. But then I opened my eyes and I fell into one too many troll caves, and it pervades our entire culture. And I wish I could say that didn't surprise me at the time, but it did, because I really thought that it was just a stupid thing that my parents believed and not many other people did. If there's one thing I've learned from existing on the internet recently, it's that a lot of people believe it, and a lot of otherwise well-meaning people also believe it, and it needs to stop. It's crazy, it's bullshit, it's archaic. Like, no. And then there's the whole group of feminists who exclude trans people, and I have one thing to say to you. You are not fucking feminist. Yeah, so this has been Feminism Rants with Kiery. This is probably what season 4 / the immediate future of Kiery Geek is going to be like from now on, so get used to it. Bye!